Has the real estate market finally crashed? Well, the Toronto Real Estate Board just released their numbers for the month of September, and we're going to find out if the market really has gone down. A lot of my clients are really hoping that the market is going to crash. So let's see how it's performing. I'm going to be looking at the numbers month over month, year over year, and also from the peak of the market, which was back in February of 2022, and see if really the market has crashed. So let's get right into it. Hi everyone, I'm Mary Surqua. I'm a real estate sales rep and I do specialize in the areas of Aurora, Newmarket. So let's get right into these numbers now. So let's first start with Newmarket. We're going to be reviewing all types of homes, so that's year over year. So for September, the average price for all types of properties was $1,128,773. So that was a 4.52% increase. For a detached home, it was $1,280,746, and that was a change of 7.87% year over year. Semi-detached homes have dropped to $840,200, and that was a change of minus 6.15%. Freehold townhomes, the prices dropped to $940,677 for a 6.31% drop. And then we're going to see the condo townhomes. They have gone up by 24%, and the value was at $1,015,000. So let's look at month over month changes. So the price for overall market had gone up by 7.71%. Detached had gone up by 8.71%. The semi-detached, that had dropped to almost 9%. So it's interesting to see that semi-detached and townhomes, a freehold townhome, the prices had dropped. So that was $953,000 for a townhome, and that dropped to 1.29%. And then we have condo townhomes, and that was an increase of 30%. So when you look at the prices for September, that was $1,015,000 for a condo townhome, whereas in August the price was $778,000, so a 30% increase. And then finally the condo apartments, they had dropped by 4.6%. So it's interesting to see that the entry-level types of properties, townhomes, semi-detached, and condo apartments have dropped, whereas the condo townhomes, they have gone up, and also the detached homes have gone up as well. So a lot of first-time buyers, what we're seeing, they're still on the sidelines waiting to see if the changes that are going to take place December 15th that the government had announced in September. Those changes have to do with the amortization schedules. So now first-time buyers are able to extend the amortization from 25 years to 30 years. So that will reduce their overall payments. Plus the down payment structure has also changed. So it used to be anything over $1 million, it had to be 20% down payment, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. So the government had changed that now to over 1.5 million for having a 20% down payment. So for example, if you were to purchase a property at 1.5 million, after the changes, the down payment would roughly be about 130,000. And at this point, if you were to purchase a property at 1.5 million, it's at least 20% down payment. So that's a $300,000 down payment. So that's a big change. But again, qualifying for a mortgage for that amount can be quite challenging. So let's look at some other statistics here. We're going to be looking at new listings. So September, there was 227 new listings, and that was a change of 9.13%. Number of sales, that had gone up a little bit since last year as well. That was a 29% increase. Number of active listings. So we do have a lot more active listings, a lot more inventory on the market. So there's 296 active listings, and it is taking a lot longer for properties to sell. So the average days on market is 29 days as opposed to last year was 18. So that was a 61% increase. So the sales to new listings ratio is at 34.8%. Again, anything below 40% is considered a buyer's market. So we are seeing definitely a buyer's market, especially in the entry-level types of properties such as the semi-detached and freehold townhomes. And finally, as mentioned earlier, we're going to be reviewing the percentage changes from the peak of the market that took place in February of 2022 based on last month's numbers. So the peak of the market for February of 22, the overall types of properties was 1,443,690. So from the peak February 2022 comparing to September of 2024, that has dropped by almost 22%. So for all types of properties, detached home, that had dropped by 20.35%. Semi-detached, that has dropped by almost 29%. Then you have a freehold townhome that has dropped by 22%. Condo townhome, that has dropped by 8.73%. And finally, condo apartments, that has dropped by almost 14%. So yes, the market has dropped quite a bit since the peak of the market, and it's basically crashed since then. If you are still expecting the market to keep dropping, I think we have reached that level where I think it already has stabilized. We are seeing some growth the past couple of months. We're seeing some growth in how the market is performing, especially for detached properties over 1.5 million. Those tend to be a lot higher in price. But if you are a first-time buyer, or if you're looking for a property under 1 million, now would be an excellent opportunity to take advantage of how much these properties have dropped in relation to the peak. So now let's review the numbers for Aurora. We're going to be reviewing year over year, all types of homes. The average price was $1,505,000, so that was a 17.86% increase. Detached, the average price for September of 2024 was $1,774,427, as opposed to September 2023, which was $1,596,200. So that was 11.17%. A semi-detached, that has dropped to $996,250. So that was a 9.43% change. Freehold townhome, that also has dropped to $1,079,000. Not too much of a change there, only 0.37%. Condo townhome, that has gone up. So that average price was $1,130,000 for September 2024. That was a change of 7%. And then finally, condo apartment, the average price was $625,000. Again, not too much of a change there by only 0.51%. Then we review the month-over-month numbers. Overall, so all types of properties, that has changed to 10.61% increase. Detached, again, that has gone up quite a bit. That was a change of 8.53%. Semi-detached, that has dropped. So that's a drop of 10.83%. So good time to buy semi-detached property. So it was $1,117,250 in August. And that had dropped to $996,000 in September. So that was a 10.83% change. Freehold townhome, that has gone up. So that was a change of 11.12%. Condo townhome, that has gone up by 67%. So in August of 2024, condo townhome was $674,150, whereas last month it was $1,130,000. Again, those numbers can be skewed. Again, if there's certain townhomes in Aurora, there are these executive townhomes that could be added to these numbers that are quite expensive. So those numbers could be skewed in relation to how much it has changed month over month and also year over year. And then finally, we have condo apartments, and that has dropped by 18.3%. Let's look at some other statistics. So we're going to be looking at the new listings. So we have new listings at 206, whereas last year was 151. So that was a change of 36.42%. Number of sales, so that's there was 55 number of sales, that was a 12.24% change. Number of active listings, we have a lot of inventory on the market right now. So again, a lot of choice, a lot of flexibility for buyers out there. So that was a change of 66%. And days on market, it takes a little bit longer for properties to sell, so that's gone up from 18 days last year to 25 days this year. That was a 38.89% change. And the sales to new listings ratio, that's at 27%. Again, anything below 40% is considered a buyer's market. And finally, let's check out those numbers from the peak of the market, February of 2022, comparing to September of 2024. So for all types of properties, that has changed by 7.83%. For a detached, that has changed by 9.67%. Semi-detached, that has gone down by 23.81%. Freehold townhome, that has dropped by 16.29%. Condo townhome, again, these numbers can be a little bit skewed because of the difference of the types of condo townhomes. We have executive style condo townhomes and entry level condo townhomes. So those numbers can be a little bit skewed, but that has changed by 17%. That was an increase from the peak of the market. And then finally, condo apartment, that has dropped by 13.76%. So again, from the peak of the market till now, we have seen a big change, the big drops since then. So we are, again, year over year, month over month, we are starting to see that the prices are starting to go up a little bit. And also another factor to consider is the Bank of Canada that might be dropping the interest rates even further. So the inflation has gone down. It's under 2%. That was the goal that the government was hoping for. The numbers that were just released was 1.6%. And the Bank of Canada has dropped the interest rate by 0.25% the last 3 policy meetings. And then the next one, we are expecting that they may change the rates by 0.5%. And that's going to take place on October 23rd. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen then. So if the rates drop even further, the affordability will be there. We are going to start seeing a lot more activity, especially in the first-time buyers in the entry-level types of properties. Anyway, I hope you found this information helpful. Every situation is different. If you have any questions about your personal circumstances, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to give you some information. You can text me, email me, give me a call. Love to hear from you. Take care. See you here next time. Bye for now.